Hello and welcome to the Galloping Gurus, your home for daily horse racing analysis, race previews and expert insights. If you enjoy our content, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss an update. Or for even more in-depth analysis, join the Galloping Gurus membership club at gallopinggurus.com, where you'll receive our exclusive race analysis before the markets even open, giving you access to our thoughts ahead of the day's racing. It's all about getting that value, and if you get it the day before, then you'll certainly be getting exactly that. Ciao, ciao.
Hello.
Hey, mate.
Hiya.
How is everything? All right?
Yeah, all good, thanks. You?
Yeah, not too bad. So we got get on to tomorrow's issue. I don't think there's a huge amount to talk about today. So if we jump on to tomorrow's, where should we start? Have you got stuff to talk about, York? Or I mean, I've got nothing. So I mean, if you have, then
Just got a little bits, really.
yeah, okay. We'll start with that bit then, if you like, mate. Where are you?
All right. I'll start with the first decent little handicap over a mile. For obviously the only worry is don't really know what the ground's going to be like then. So
I see Gosden moaning about it yesterday, didn't you? Did you hear his interview? He was saying that they watered ground on top of the fact that they knew it was going to rain, and now it's I know you probably would moan after you also got Pete, but I think a lot of people were talking about it prior to racing as well, actually. So yeah, who knows if it's sunny all day today? What's it going to do?
yeah. Well, last night some people were saying it's meant to rain quite a lot today, weren't they?
Is it?
I'm not too sure, to be honest, but
No.
but yeah, it's just it just makes it difficult, doesn't it? So
Yeah, I hate
any
that.
sort of any sort of selection I'd say is kept to
Ground-based.
minimal stakes, I would say. Just
Yeah,
until you know what the ground's like. Certainly anything I say, because obviously we're like a day in advance doing this, so
yeah, exactly.
I've got no idea personally.
No.
I'm very much guesswork. But yeah, first race, I thought Outback Heat had a little chance. He's done nothing wrong in his career, 4 runs. Won a decent race at Ascot. I was quite impressed with him that day. And then was second there at the Royal meeting, beaten by Moonfall. Not been seen since then. If he went on the ground, I mean, he went up 5 for that, but if he went on the ground, I see no reason why he wouldn't go well. Probably be held up from 18, I would have thought. Kaya Fraser's riding well at the moment. He'd have a decent little chance, and Blue Courvoisier must have a chance as well. Good run at Glorious Goodwood. He's turned up in a lot of decent mile races this season, generally run pretty well. Big field, maybe get a little bit of cover just sitting in behind the leaders. Almost certainly be ridden prominently, which might not be a bad thing.
If it comes up on the soft side, though, what about that with that horse?
Well,
Do you think?
Again, I've got no idea really. All his form's on better ground, but I mean, when you have a summer that you're in a drought, you're not really going to get the chance to prove yourself on softer ground. So it's like I say, anything I say is just cautionary because I don't know about the ground. And
yeah, exactly.
when you're dealing with 3-year-olds, it's impossible to. You can't really sort of pigeonhole them, can you? As ground ones.
No, because there's no evidence.
No.
But I think you're right in saying that anybody that's listening to this should play York with caution. And ultimately, I think Max is just saying that, these things, if they did go okay on the surface, then they'd have a little chance. So, yeah.
Yeah, most certainly, yeah. And one at a slightly bigger price I didn't mind in the race is Bearish.
Yeah.
Although I have got a bit of a soft spot for him because I saw him run first time out at Newmarket at the back end last year. And although it says good, I'm certain the ground was a little bit softer than that. So I would have thought he'd go on it.
Yeah.
Whether he'll have the class to win, that would be the doubt with him. But he's done nothing wrong in his career since then. A couple of wins and a second in a novice. A She Murphy rides, which possibly a positive, possibly a negative. Who knows?
Whichever one turns up.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
He's a bigger price. He'd have a tiny chance. So they were three I was interested in. Obviously, you've got exclusive code in there that bolted up at Goodwood. I mean, he was bet like defeat was out of the question that day, and it
Yeah.
certainly was.
Yeah.
He pretty much routed them, really. He only won by a length, but it was like, if you'd backed him, there was never a stage where you thought we could be in trouble here.
No.
So he beat Zenor Storm, the two both running this race again. Interesting to see who comes out on top there.
Yeah.
Out of those two.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite a good race actually. If it was going to be run on proper good ground, I think you could probably take a decent view.
Yeah.
But like I say, with the ground question mark, who knows? But they're just a few I was interested in.
Okie dokie.
Then second race, you've got the Lonsdale Cup, the 2 mile event, and this a lot more obvious. Caballo de Mar. He's pretty versatile as the ground, but he certainly does enjoy getting his toe in. He enjoys soft ground, so if it is soft, he is favourite around 5-2. So no prizes for picking that one, but he will go on the ground, and I would have thought he'd go close.
Yeah.
Just trying to see. I know I only really had one or two more to talk about after that.
Yeah.
You've got the Numthorpe, but all the sprints this season been run on quick ground, so could possibly get a turn up here. You never know. It's a bit of a shame because the American horse, that Bacchio, that was so impressive at Royal Ascot.
Yeah.
It was only a handicap, but if it had turned up quick ground, I would have been excited to see.
Yeah. It's a
how
shame,
he
isn't
went
it?
on. Oh yeah, it really is because, I mean, he blew them away that day, didn't he?
Yeah. And you get the feeling that the soft ground might not be,
No.
exactly what he wants, considering he's rather loved the firm ground over in America and enjoyed Ascot's firm ground as well. So, I mean, it's a shame.
Yeah, it is because I would have loved to have seen him blazing away in front and just see whether they could have caught him or not, because I would have had a feeling they probably wouldn't. But yeah, on slower ground, that's going to blunt his speed, and
He's on the
it's a
drift.
bit of a shame, really.
And he's on the drift, and the French horse is on the way in. So
Yeah.
French horse probably likes the ground.
Yeah, you would have thought so.
Yeah.
So obviously, quite a good race, but I'd have absolutely no idea what's going to happen there.
No.
Yeah, and then later on, just sort of summarising, David Manouzier had a couple of interesting horses I would have quite fancied, but the stable form is terrible at the moment. Absolutely terrible. It's a stable I think we both have a little bit of time for.
Yeah, a lot of time. Yeah.
It's been 35 runs and 51 days as of talking now since he had a winner.
Blimey, George. That's a...
Yeah. Bearing in mind, he's not a small yard by any means, so...
No.
That would be worrying and certainly tell you that they're not firing on all cylinders, which is a bit of a shame because both the horses he runs would quite like the rain.
Yeah.
He obviously runs Master Builder in the 410, which we put up when he won last time here.
Yeah.
And the other one was Janie Mackers. Again, loves a bit of soft ground.
Yeah, kind of been
In
waiting
the
for that a little bit, haven't we, Janie Mack?
yeah,
Yeah.
in the 520. That is a competitive fillies handicap, to be fair. Both handicaps are competitive, but that is quite a good race. You've got Silver Lake, who won easily at Goodwood. I'm sure you remember that. The grey for
Yeah.
William Haggis
Yeah.
bolted up. Safi Osborne keeps a ride. So interesting. Again, obviously guesswork as to the ground. But another one I would give a small chance to is Plaid of James Fanshaw's.
Yeah.
I think that probably will go on the ground.
Yeah.
Only 5-1, drawn in 17, not my favourite draw. But there's a sort of feeling she could be listed class, maybe a little bit better. So I think she'll run all right. But yeah, it's a shame. My original fancies would have been the two Menuziers each way, but with the yard form as it is,
Yeah, it's a
I'd probably
bummer, isn't
just
it?
have to watch.
Because Janie Mackers, we kept an eye on at Chester last time in May, didn't we? And I tell you
Yeah,
what, it stayed on really nice, strongly into third there behind Respond, didn't it? And
yeah,
like you say, will go on the ground. It's such a shame about the form. I don't like the fact Rosser's not on them. I know he's obviously got a ride for Beckett in the 410. And then obviously he's riding the Butler or Rasnet in there, which I don't think's got much chance. But I'd prefer to have seen Rosser on them. But there we go.
yeah, yeah. I suppose Tom rides both, doesn't he? So I suspect he's.
Yeah,
They probably thought, well, if he's available and can ride one, if he can ride both, then we may as well stick him on. But
yeah. You kind of can't say, well, yeah, Tom, you can go on this one, but Rosser's available in the other one, I suppose. But
yeah,
in saying that, I think didn't we look into the form thing with Rosser's 19 rides, 4 wins, 7 and 3 places for him with a 21% strike rate. So I don't know why you couldn't turn around and say, Rosser's our main man. But there we
yeah,
go.
especially as it was Rosser that rode Master Builder here to win
Yeah, it was.
earlier in the season, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt they could be competitive off their marks, those two. It's just the yard form, really, isn't it?
yeah.
Really,
They could
it's
fall out
such
the
a
back of the
shame.
telly, couldn't they?
Yeah,
With the form of
yeah.
the yard. Eesh.
And the funny thing is, they've probably been waiting for the ground as well with
Oh,
both of those, and
I'm
it
sure.
finally comes.
Yeah.
And the Yard are in the worst form they are all season.
Yes. The only thing I suppose we can think is that if they don't go any good tomorrow, then when they are in better form, the Yard, then we might get a bit of a price for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're both certainly worth keeping an eye on now
Yeah.
because generally you'll find softer ground, won't you, towards the end of the
Yeah.
season,
Yeah.
and they could. Well, I would suspect both of them will win races before the season is out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, just a little bit of interest there for York. They were
Yeah.
some thoughts. No idea about the ground, but there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, right then. So we'll go to Newmarket then, shall we?
Yep.
I've got nothing to talk about until the 4:51. So unless you've got something of interest there, then
No.
okay. All right, 4:51. I've written here, Gisa has run eye-catching runs the last twice in better races than this. 0 to 85 class 4s, and tomorrow is into a 0 to 75 class 5. Both her wins have been on the all-weather. But if she could transfer those runs on turf, would have a fair chance. Her only turf runs to date have been in Dubai in much better races than this, where the top-rated horses were as high as 110 and 101 in the race last time out, and they were off level weights. So she did well in her last turf run to only be beaten 4 lengths. Into a 0 to 75 class 5, she could be interesting at a forecast price of 12s. She won't be that, but 7s or above for a small play wouldn't be terrible. Bammy foiled the documenting gamble last time she ran, and documenting has gone in for us since. She's into a fillies race here, and with further improvement on the card, she'd have a chance, but her forecast price tells us that of 7 to 2. So that was my thoughts on that race. I actually didn't think Geeser, if that was 12 to 1, would be a horrible play to take a little risk, but I don't think she will be that. I actually think that her last 2 runs at Southwell and Wolverhampton weren't too bad, and the run in Dubai in January there behind Taifu, also in the context of this race, wasn't too bad either. So if she was a decent price, I'd take a very small chance. And obviously, like I say, Bammy poor documenting when they went for the big tilt. So I don't know if you had much to say about the race.
Yeah, both good points, both definite chances for sure. I had a little fancy for 2-2 Divine here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it's all 4. Only ran the 4 times, and each time it seems to have improved for me. One, they're probably bringing along slowly. Managed to, I think, just did it dead heat last time and get it. Oh no, actually finished second and got it in the stewards room. Beaten Remy May over the 6 furlongs at Nottingham, and I didn't really fancy it that day because I thought 6 furlongs would be too sharp for her. So the step up to 7 is definitely in her favour. She was doing all her best work in the finish. Never looked like winning until the final couple of strides when didn't win, but possibly would have without the interference. Who knows? And yeah, stiff finish here. I thought she might run well. Don't think a mark of 71's beyond her. And found another fillies race. Like you say, Bammy did foil documenting last time, getting an awful lot of weight from documenting with the weight for age. And it's Tom Dascombe, not a trainer I trust to keep the old improvement going, I must admit. He's very, very hit and miss, isn't he, old Dascombe? But the horse certainly tried, that's for sure. And if she got her own way out in front, like you said, could be very dangerous.
But her price is just too, for me, I think 7 to 2 is just a little bit too short, really. Or it's telling us, the 7 to 2 forecast price is telling us that she's got a reasonable chance. But I think, personally, from my point of view, a little bit of value is always best to have a look for.
Yeah, I wouldn't be backing Bammy at 7 to 2 with your money, let alone mine. So
no. Okie dokie. All right. That's it at Newmarket then. I guess we'll go over to Ffos.
Yep.
Where I once again only have one, and that's in the last race. So if you've got anything else that's really exciting, then.
Well, I don't know about exciting, but I had a very, very small fancy in the first race, and this is only really if they get soft ground and if 60G's baby doesn't turn up in the form it was in last time.
Yeah, I mean, crikey.
Yeah, I mean, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from.
No, I mean, if it turned up like that again, it would be, it wouldn't be much fun for anybody else, I don't reckon.
No,
It was ridiculous.
No, this isn't so much for fancy as an absolute flyer, but Alku Warrior back at Ffos, I thought was a little bit interesting. That's where it's pretty much its best run has come. One here on good to soft ground. It was 14-1 that day, so it wasn't overly fancied. It's run on quick ground ever since. Not really shown up. So I thought if the rain did come back at Ffos, it had a small chance.
Yeah.
Not one I'm going crazy about, but I suspect it'll be a big price. And as we know, when the ground changes, you can get some funny results. So it was a very small fancy at what I'd hope would be a big price.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Anything else prior to the 502?
No,
Nothing else to the
I
502.
think that may well have been my only fancy there.
Okay. All right. Well, I've written a little spiel for the 502. I have said Atalanta missed. Stayed on strongly over this trip at Chepstow last time out, into third, beaten just a neck and 3/4 of a length. Aravali, the winner, has won 3 times since, and Captain Kearney has won since as well. As a 3-year-old filly, receiving plenty of weight for age, she would have a fair chance at 9-2. Well, I actually thought that was a reasonable run last time out. They were quite some way, I think, clear of the 4th that day. Yeah, a length and a quarter clear of the 4th, and here into a 0 to, well, I was going to call it a 0 to 55, but she is top rated, receiving lots of weight for age from bad horses, and really she's has a chance of moving forward compared to these other lot. Last time out, the race was 3-year-old only again, but actually I thought it was quite a good run. Time before that, 3-year-old only, and today she's just jumping into a race where she's going to be receiving quite a bit of weight from some pretty bad horses. So I think at 9-2, it's not a horrible price for a small play. So that's my thought there.
Yeah.
On to Salisbury, where once again I only have one to talk about, and it is in the first race. My favourite race.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. Darvell won this race last year easily off this mark of 68, and he's ran some eye-catching races the last 3 times, suggest he's in good form. With Freddie Tet on board again, might be able to repeat the feat and play a hand in the finish, again at a forecast price of 6s. So that's my thoughts in there. I shouldn't
Yeah,
include
interesting that Patrick Chamins won the amateur race here a few meetings back, didn't he, with the horse we put up?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right. Actually, I've forgotten
So
about that.
he quite possibly sort of targets this track with these type of horses in these type of races.
Yeah, especially as he won it last year. I don't know if you watched the race back. Absolutely hacked up last year off this mark with Freddie on. So, like you say, I think there's a possibility they have targeted it. The last 3 runs have been quite good, each and every time, staying on quite nicely, and running at decent prices. You know, it finished behind Swiped that when we put it up at Epsom the last time, staying on really strongly. I mean, if there been any more yardage to go, might have mowed them down, but Swiped has gone in again since, hasn't it, at Sandown? So I just think that, possible Darvell would have a little bit of a chance there. So that was my interest anyway.
Trainers are creatures of habit as well, aren't they? So
yeah. I mean, I don't believe for a second that they haven't they haven't. They're not. They're not trying to go in and get it again. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them scenarios where you're right. I think they are a bit creatures of habit, and if they won this race last year with Freddie on, it looks like they're trying to do the same thing. So I don't think it's one for big stakes or anything like that, but has got a chance at if he was 5-1 or above or something, a little play there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's eight runners. I'd be amazed if he was out of the frame. But yeah. Anyway, there we go. That's my thoughts there. So let's get on to Hamilton then, where the racing's like you said,
Pretty good.
it's quite good racing, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it easy to find winners, but it nevertheless it's not bad. Not bad racing. I've said in the 507. Oh, unless you got one in the first.
No, 507 for me.
Okay, I've said Wild Dahlia was doing all her best work in the finish over a mile last time out, so the step up in trip is likely to suit. She's forecast to be sixes, and William Haggis won this race last year. It's interesting, Kieran Fallon's come all the way up here for a few rides. I did think her tail, she just held her tail slightly awkwardly. I don't know whether she's getting some sort of feeling there or what, but I thought she was interesting in there. That was all. I don't know what your thoughts were.
Yeah, I thought exactly the same thing, really.
Yeah.
You may as well have read my mind there. Finishing well, first run of the season last time at Redcar, wasn't it? It's never advantageous to come from the background that track.
No.
And I thought everything looked set for a good run. I thought second time after our wind operation, Kieran Fallon on.
Yeah.
If it were around sixes or fives, I'd be quite keen on. I'd be quite keen on backing her, really.
Yeah, probably unlikely, isn't it? But I mean, what do you think? 4-1 or above? 9-2 or above?
Yeah, I'd say around there. Yeah, I don't think it'd be too much shorter than that because they do quite. I mean, Ed Bethel's horses are generally relatively short in the market anyway, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I think Polygram's possibly going to be short enough after being sent off favourite or joint favourite the last couple of runs, and Old Foxy Knight seems to be well fancied whenever it runs. Apart from its first run, it's never gone off bigger than 4-1.
Well, and hopefully, with a bit of luck, they stick Saxon Grace in there nice and short as well. I mean, from my perspective, it's been winning bad races, and all of a sudden, it's off 71 and up in grade significantly. I always like to see those ones favourite.
Yeah. I mean, you can sound silly here, can't you? But
Yeah.
I don't fancy it at all.
No, you can
Not in
sound
this
silly,
race.
absolutely. But I mean, experience tells you that moving up 2 grades and up, I think, is it £6 for his last win? Up £6 for his last win in the Class 6 there. Beat a 54 rated horse and a 60 rated. I mean, look, he's in form. She's in form, sorry, and running well. But it's a different ask. So I always tend to. I mean, the fact that Fallon's horse is only giving her £4. I know which one I'd rather be with personally, but like you say,
absolutely.
You can sound silly when these horses get into a bit of form, and she's obviously improving a little bit. She's only a 3-year-old, but at the same point, I never like a jump up 2 grades and £6 on your back.
No, I think this is a different ball game, and this Wild Dahlia has not really run any bad races in her career, and half a furlong more, and who knows what would have happened the last day. So,
oh yeah, I think probably would have.
I'd be very surprised if it didn't go close.
Ground? What about ground? Obviously,
yeah, that'd be fine for her.
Yeah, okie dokie. There we go.
Yeah, she ran on good soft at Chester, and on the face of it, a little bit disappointing, but Yeah, I don't have too many worries about it. If they're sending her up here, I can't think they're sending her up here thinking, well,
No,
she won't go on the ground, but
no,
we'll make
send her anyway.
we'll make the 400-mile trip or whatever it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, that'll be fun. So,
Okie dokie. There we go. On to the 6:15 then for me. I don't know if you've got nothing before then.
nah, the pre-runner race wasn't my bag.
Okay. I've just written a little spiel here, really, and I do think it's a difficult race, but I've said that Yarber didn't really get a cut at it in the Goodwood race last time out. Fallon back on, forecast to be 14-1. I'm just about to say don't even think about that because one of the bookmakers has opened it up at 9-2. So my theory of it being a decent price, a value player tool has gone out the window, and I definitely wouldn't bother playing at 9-2. So there we go. That was my thoughts. I don't know what you're thinking.
Well, I certainly gave it a chance, but
Yeah.
the last two runs haven't been overly good. That would be my worry, and obviously it did get hiked up a lot in the weights for its Goodwood win.
Yeah.
I just wonder if maybe that was a bit too much for what was probably a poor race.
He did get the run of the race out front that day, didn't he? And then the next minute, last time out, I don't think he got out of. He had a poor draw and got out, not quickly enough, and ended up mid pack and blah blah blah, and then got stopped in the run a little bit. I thought it was of some interest, but at 9-2, I mean, I obviously look for the forecast prices and hope the bookmakers are going to make a mistake. That's what I'm looking for. And if he's actually priced at 9-2, I wouldn't be paying to take the chance that Fallon.
No, and he'd probably be one you'd want to be backing win as opposed to each way, because he doesn't normally hit the frame if he's not winning, does he? It's very much feast or famine.
Yeah, it is. It does seem that way, doesn't it? Yeah.
And plus, I can't see it going out in front here with Noble Horizon in the race.
No. And that finished second in the race that Yarber was in, didn't it?
Yeah, and you've got Spiridelta, who can sometimes go to the front, and even Esco possibly. So I thought, I didn't rule Yarber out, but it was one that I wouldn't back because I feel like they always put him in shorter than he should be.
Yeah.
But I actually did give Noble Horizon a little chance.
Yeah.
I didn't fancy him at all at Goodwood, and he did run really well behind you. Very much in form, Al Ali.
Yeah.
And then Night Breeze back in third. Very disappointing next time, but yeah, the form of that is pretty good. So there's every chance Noble Horizon is just improving, which I was not of the opinion of last time.
Yeah.
And the other one I wanted to mention, Salamanca City. I did think this had a chance again. This really is improving. Is going up north for the softer ground as well.
Yeah.
That is most certainly what it wants.
Yeah.
I know they're keen to try and find as softer ground as possible for this.
Yeah.
One easily at Ripon last time. One on good soft at Goodwood. And I think the eventual aim is to try and nick a little bit of black type with her.
Yeah. Well,
so yeah. While this most certainly is a step up in grade for her, she's been doing nothing but improve, and I would expect her to run well again.
Yeah. Okie dokie. All right. Well, I've got nothing in the next race.
Nope.
7:15. One only to talk about. I'm not jumping up and down about it, but I've said Wreck-It Riley ran well in third at Goodwood last time out. The first and second have both won since. Kieran Fallon is booked forecast to be 11-2. Small interest. I don't love the race, if I'm honest, but it was just a thought, really. I'm not playing the race, put it that way.
No. Well, you never know in those sorts of races, do you?
No, it's for me, I need to find something that's interesting at double figures, and then I'll take a small chance, But for me, when it starts getting down to the shorter prices, I think these races are quite difficult. So that's
unless you've got a strong fancy, and then you don't really want to be playing at those prices, do you?
No, that's right. Yeah, you've got to be really strong on it. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. What about Lord Bertie in the next race? Then I know you were keen on this if it ran.
Well, I've got a spiel written down for it, as you can imagine.
I thought you might. Yeah, I thought you might.
I know, Max, you cannot wait for my spiel for the 7:45, and it's
not a copy and paste from the other day, is it?
Not. I've had to change a few things because the trip's changed, and
that's a shame.
I actually think that's not a bad thing, considering we have a forecast strong pace here. And I've said Lord Bertie is on my radar, as he's £5 below his last winning mark. And I thought at York last time out, finished like the spark was on his way back on good to firm ground. He's a soft ground horse, and there has been rain in the area. Ground is good to soft, good in places as we speak. In fact, it's not. It's now good to soft. So I'm hoping it stays that way. I've said he's a bit of a monkey and will want things to pan out just right, but there's a strong pace forecast which will suit him. And a small play at double figures wouldn't be too bad. He will be going in at some point soon with the rain softened ground because he's well handicapped. He's forecast to be 14s. I've also said City Captain is a course and distance winner, and he will like any juice in the ground as well. He's had 101 days off, and he runs well after a break, so shouldn't be a problem. His run behind Murasha in April looks good now over the 7 furlongs, and the Haydock run wasn't bad either in 4th over 7 furlongs as well. All his wins have been over 6, so the drop will suit. He's forecast to be 5s. So, yeah, I mean, if Lord Bertie's double figures, then I'd be happy to play him a little bit. I don't know if you've had any thoughts on the race.
No, I thought Lord Bertie was interesting, bearing in mind everything you said the other day.
Yeah, and got pulled out of there and put in here. I kind of feel like maybe they're just trying to choose the right one for him.
Yeah, most certainly. Yeah.
And he's entered again at Ayr on the 19th of September in the Gold Cup. So
yeah, and obviously if he doesn't get in that, you've got the Silver Cup and
to
go for him. I can't remember if there is a Bronze Cup still. There certainly was, but he'll be in something, that's for sure.
Yeah, kind of suggests that they've got him in a bit of form, though, doesn't it? That they're thinking about later on. So hopefully, that's the way.
Mark Gwynn was jocked up the other day, wasn't he? So
yeah, he was. Yeah, and then Paul gave your horse a great ride.
Well, I was going to say you're probably glad to see no Mo Rennan on board, because what a disgusting ride he gave that horse yesterday.
Yes,
I'll tell you what, he's got grey hairs and I've got them now.
You've got them now, yeah. Oh,
so
goodness.
That's if I've got any left after pulling them out.
Yeah.
Well, needless to say, it's probably best not to get into what I thought about the ride, but
no. Right. Okay. Yes. Well, that's all I've got. So, if you've got anything else, mate, let us know.
No, that's it. That's it from me. We'll end on the sour note of Paul Mulrennan.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Okay, so that just about wraps everything up for today. Thanks for listening to today's analysis. If you found it useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you never miss our daily race previews. For our exclusive early analysis before the markets open, visit gallopinggurus.com and become a member today. We mostly rely on people's kindness to donate for our hard work, so if you feel like you got something out of our analysis or out of our content, please don't hesitate to go to the gallopinggurus.com website and hit that donate button. No matter how big or small, we appreciate your support. Be lucky, everyone. Enjoy the racing, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao for now.